Okay, we're back again for look number 4. I'm going to start by putting orange body paint all over my face using a Wet n Wild paint palette and blending it out with the Beauty Blender. Okay, using my 35U Morphe palette, I'm going to put the dark black eyeshadow on the outer corners of my eyes to give them more depth and make them look more darker, and then I'm going to go ahead and use the bright orange eyeshadow right in the middle of my eye to brighten it up and make sure I stay within the theme of the jack-o'-lantern. The dark eyeshadow from the 35U palette, I'm going to go ahead and just fill in my brows, and then I'm going to start carving out the top of my forehead, which is where I would put like kind of the craving likes of a pumpkin, and you want to do that with the black liquid liner. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like you can see in mine, I messed up a few times, and you just keep going over it, keep lining it, and then you can also clean it up real well after with eyeshadow. Okay, so I just had to take a break from my forehead, and I just went on to draw triangles on the top of my eyes with the liquid liner. I just wanted to make everything give it a really creepy look, so I felt like putting triangles on top of my eyes at the bottom of my eyes would be the best way to form the jack-o'-lantern. And then I'm moving back to my forehead now and just blending everything out and retracing everything with the liner. This is just a tedious process. It does take long because it's a lot of blending, and then I end up getting so frustrated with not being able to get my scalp completely black that I go ahead and add body paint to the top of my head. I do not recommend this if you do not have dark hair like I do. It does end up getting stuck in your hair, and it is kind of annoying. And then to just give more of a depth and shadow to my forehead, I added some orange eyeshadow all around the edges, and I'm just blending that out with a brush. And then I'm moving on to the bottom of my eyes, and I'm just drawing upside down triangles. It doesn't have to be perfect, just try to make it mirror the top of your eye, but if you can't, it's really not a big deal. And then you just blend everything in with a dark eyeshadow and an angled brush. And then we're moving on to my mouth. Basically, you just want to draw out two exaggerated, I guess, side triangles, and it's kind of just like a smile up at you so you can get that creepy jack-o'-lantern look. Once again, if you mess up, you can clean it up with some orange body paint and you'll be fine. Okay, now you just want to go ahead and fill that in with some black body paint, and then you just pretty much want to make sure you shade everything out. And then we're going to start drawing the teeth. The teeth are pretty much easy. They're just like triangles all around the top and bottom of your mouth, and you just want to take a nice detail brush to do this. And you want to take your time. It is time consuming. Once again, this process is very time consuming. There's a lot of shading, there's a lot of blending, and there's just a lot of going over it with the same black eyeliner. So here I'm just cleaning my forehead up a little bit more with some orange eyeshadow, and then I'm going in with some yellow eyeshadow at the top to kind of highlight it and look at it as if it's more lit. Then I'm going to go ahead and work on my nose. I'm just drawing like a triangle with a little bit longer edges, and I'm just shading that in and just shading it out, pretty much putting the triangle upward, shading it downward, and then cleaning it up with orange around my nose. And then I'm just also working at the bottom of my chin. You want to start drawing the triangles to start getting the veins. I did extend everything using just an extra brush that had some excess on it, and I just extended everything from the edge. And now I'm drawing the veins going down my neck. It's basically just lines, doesn't have to be perfect, any order you want them to. You just want to try to make them break off at the bottom, and you'll literally be fine. And once again, I'm using black body face paint for this process and just a flat angled brush. Okay, so I'm just taking some orange body paint and just putting that all over my neck, since we want to go ahead and keep the theme of the orange jack-o'-lantern, and I just want to be tedious and go in with a brush and go in between every single line that I made. Usually I would recommend that you go ahead and paint yourself orange on your neck before drawing the lines, but this was my mistake. But I do recommend that you do that step before. And once again, you just want to make sure everything's nice and blended out. You want to try to shade everything out and try to make everything as nice and that as you can. This is, once again, a tedious process, and it is time consuming. When I sat down, I thought it'd take me an hour, and it turned out to take me 2 hours. And then you just want to take that same red from the 35U Morphe palette, and you just want to go in between your teeth. You want to try to give them a little bit more depth, and this is going to give them a little bit more life. And like I said, don't worry about making mistakes. You can always clean it up with the orange body paint or the black body paint. So we're just putting the last finishing touches. I'm adding some red orange to the bottom of my eyes and around my cheekbones, and I'm just going to go ahead and just highlight my face as much as possible. And then I'm going to go ahead and be done with this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me and hearing me, and I will see you next time. Welcome back to another tutorial. Today I turned into a jack-o'-lantern, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys like this video, subscribe to my channel, and make sure to share this video. I'm so excited to keep doing 13 days of Kreep for you, and I will see you guys with the next look.